Salut coders, this is Bisky here. Welcome back to another YouTube tutorial. In this tutorial, I want to show you how to integrate with the Jitsi for video conferencing, and it is free and open source. I will show you how to self-host this Jitsi on your VPS server. I bought my own VPS server. So I love this thing because it's easy to integrate, and I walk you through, and you can follow my blog also if you want to configure it quickly and 100% tested, and you can watch the complete video so that you can integrate to your chat application or a video conferencing application. So let me show you an example. So I have two devices, this iPhone 14 Plus and 14. So here I can click video call, and you can see both application, they are now on video call on same room, and this one is the other user is called Bisk. So this one can join a call, and this one you can see this one is on. So I can do this, and both users are now on call, and it's showing that two people are now on video call. So you can unmute. By default, user is muted, so you can unmute for this thing. It does not have a video, so you just click this for video functionality. And for chats, you can start your chatting, and you can see here it shows that there's a new message came from here, and you just click here and you just do your chat. So I will show you how to integrate with this, and it's a self-hosting, and it is running on meet.code with bisky.com. So if you visit meet.code with bisky.com, this URL, you can start your own meeting, and I can just say start meeting, and this is going to be my name. I think this is going to be my name, and I can say Bisk, and I can join a meeting. So I can invite you on this meeting if you want. So for you to, I can invite you by just add people, and I can copy this URL and I can send to someone, and all of us we could be on same meeting. So I will show you how to host how to have your meeting like Zoom, and also everything that you need to integrate to it using Flutter SDK. So if you are new to this channel, may you kindly subscribe and click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. May you please comment and also share with your friends. We are targeting 1,000 subscribers. So for me to know that you are happy with the content that I'm delivering, may you kindly subscribe. Tell your friend and your friend and a friend to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So let's get started. So you can visit codewithbisk.com, and you can choose the Flutter playlist chat application. On this playlist, let's go on video 28, where we are going to integrate with the Jitsi. Select this video, this blog 28. So Jitsi is an open source, so this is the one that we are going to use for our integration for our video meetings, and I already added the resources that if you want to go through these resources. So on part of these resources, I just documented what is important to us. So in this tutorial, you'll be able to create a meeting or a room, and the other device will receive a room ID, and you'll be on call, and you'll be able to add multiple participants. So let's go through this blog. For now, I just want to skip this step, and we can come back on it. So I want to go to here to this providers, Jitsi provider. So let's add this dependence. So let's go to pubspec YAML. We can add this dependence. I think the latest version is 1.6. Yeah. So let me do pubget. Yeah, after adding this dependence, I already created a Jitsi provider. This provider is the one that you are going to use to create a meeting or to join a meeting. So let's go in here. We can go to our core providers. Let's create a new data file. We can call it JITS provider. So let's copy everything that is in here and we can paste them here. So we are using the JITS SDK for our meeting. It's a Flutter. So I already added if you want to read more about it, and I added these preconditions, the feature flag, so that you can show someone the screen to join, or the user just join automatically. So if it's enabled, the user can join automatically. So here, let me remove this. I want to remove this. I want to use the default one. So for now, or I can comment this one, this save a URL. And by default, the mic is disabled and the audio. So if you start a call, your mic will be disabled. So here you can pass your subject or anything, or just say call. So after doing this, these parameters, we can use these parameters to join. So you just say jitsmeet.join and you can join to a call, and we can pass the room name where both users might join on same room, so that they can start to a conversation or video call or audio call. It depends. So this is the purpose of this JITS provider, and we are sending the username, which is the display name that you'll be seeing, like Bisky and Misudu on the call, and the email. The user will join with an email. So after doing this, we are done with the provider. So we have to use our provider to create a new call. So let's go to the dashboard. In our dashboard, let's add this provider. So in our dashboard, let's import this. And we want to let's declare this JITS provider that we just created. Then in our build, we are using Riverpod, remember? So with Riverpod, they recommend to do that, to declare it in the build, in this build method. So we initialized our JITS provider. So let's create this method, and we'll go back to our build also after this. So we want to listen to this to the changes that are going to our room, so that I know if someone is calling me. So if someone is calling me, I'll be listening to the call. So my device will be listening to the call. So after that, just copy this method, and let's go to our build. In here, so now our device is listening to the new calls. But right now, so if you are listening to the new calls, so here we're just getting the profile, your current profile, the logged in user, the user who is using your phone, your call. So we get your profile using your user ID. Then from your profile, you get your name and email, and then on that provider that we created, we just say create meeting. So the room ID that we were listening to, and these parameters, your username and email, you can join your call with using your profile, and the call started. So join to this same room ID, which is a room name here. So after doing this, we need to do the same also in here. So in our message screen, let's go to our pages, dashboard, chat, messages. In this message screen, we need to import this provider also. Let's import the provider, and also let's initialize initialize our provider. So it's easy to integrate with JITs, as you can see. And in our build, we just here we declared the JIT provider, so we have to initialize it here. So I put it, or I supposed to put it here. Here, and then this is the provider. So after doing this, let's go also to the message view model. In our view model, we need to declare these. Let's import this. Sorry, the import must be on top of the part. And let's declare our room repository, which we are going to use to create a new room, so that a dashboard, another user will be listening to it. So in here, we just copy this method. This is the method that we are using to create a room. So let's put it here below here. So here we just pass the caller type, either it's a video or is it a group call or not. Then we create a room. So what we are more concerned is about the room and who is the caller and whom are we calling to, so which is the callee. So after doing that, we are done with this view model. We already imported this and initialized here. So what we want to do, let's create this method here, which is this method that we are going to use in our message screen. The purpose of this message is to create a room from our view model and start and join a call. And let's import this profile repository. We want to get the profile of the user who is logged in, so that this user join the call immediately after clicking the button. So in here, so for voice call, you need to put it like false. So let's go to the app bar. Let's move to the app bar. So far, this is the voice, this is the video. For video, let's add async. Sorry. Let's add async here. And here it's a video, we just say true. It's a video call. And here it's a voice, we just say false. And we must add this async to our method on tab. So in here, let's go to our method, which is this one. So we'll be calling this method, this one. So if it's a video, the call type will be video or will be voice. So here we are starting a call, like using the same create meeting, our JITs provider. So you can see for creating a meeting, we are using this, and for joining a meeting, we are using the same method. But what is important is that all of these users must be in same room ID. So that's why in dashboard, we are listening to a room ID, like someone started the call. So here, this user, the callee, as you can see, the callee, we are listening to the callee. So the username is equal to the room which was created, the callee. So if this matches, it means this call is directed to me. So you'll be able to join the room. So after doing this, I think we'll be able to initiate a call. So let's run the application on iPhone 14. So let me try to create a call for this for this one. So let me go in here to the list of contacts where I have my friends, and then I select this friend, and I can click this or a voice call. So right now it's trying to connecting to the meeting. As you can see right now, there's a lobby and it's asking me to join. And after doing this, you can see from now on, if you are using Jits, you have to log in with your Gmail or a Facebook or GitHub. So right now, you won't be able to just create start a call without logging in on the Jits. So if I do this process, it allows me to log in, right? So for this, we don't want to log in, so it will be a bad experience to our users. So what we can do, we have to install this thing on our local server. If we do self-host, we won't allow users to log in. So by doing that, let me show you how we can host these JITs on our local server, and you can start calls without this thing. And as you can see, it's showing asking to join meeting. So I have to log in. So for me to be a mediator, since I'm the one who started the call. So let me show you how we can host JITs on our server. I'm hosting it on Linux. So let's go back to our blog. So you can see I added these resources, which is the JIT authentication. So few weeks ago, they started for you to be able to use. They started on 24 August 2023. Will not support anonymous creation of rooms on meeting, so you have to log in. So that's why I added this blog so that you can read. But if you don't want that, we can host. As you can see here, that said completely, some users may feel uncomfortable using an account to access the service. For such case, we strongly recommend hosting your own deployment of Jitmeet. So we want to host this on our server. So that's why I added this on this blog. And also we have to follow this, which is the self-hosting guide. So what I can do, I want to log into my server and follow these steps. So let me log into my server. This is my VPS. I want to create a new folder. After creating a folder, I want to get into that folder. So let me clone the Jitmeet. So I want to clone this thing. Yeah, after cloning, I get into the Docker Jitmeet, or you can just say -LA. You can see what is in that folder. So we just clone the project. So we want to build an image and deploy it on Docker. So let's just run this command, which is make. You can follow this blog. So make is not yet installed in my computer. So let me install this. After installation, let me run the command again. So let's wait for this to complete. As you can see, the make is done. So let me clear the screen. I think everything is now sorted here. So let's just follow this blog, and I want to create this file, which is the env. or I just do this, it was opposite. After doing that, I want to copy what is in this NV. Just follow these steps, it's easy. If I do nano again to that file, you can see these are the configurations for JITs. So I just say Control X, I don't want to save anything. And let's run this command to generate a passwords for security reasons. Yeah, after doing that, let's continue again. Run this command. To create folders if they don't exist. These folders are required, so we want to create them. So after doing that, let's see. I want to open this port. Let me open this port first before I run the Docker Composer. It doesn't matter the steps that you follow. So let me try to start let me try to start the JITs, and we can connect to it. So it's now pulling the image. All these images, I think there are 4, to pull all of them. The first one was for web. Okay, we are having issue here with we have another service that is running on port 8080. So what we can do, because this application, we have this image that is using this port, which is 8080. I have Jenkins running on port 8080, so I have to modify the configuration for JITs. So for yours, you won't get that error if you don't have anything run off on port 8080. So what we can do, we just come to the blog, and I mentioned something about the port here. So in our environment variable, we want to add this. So let me go there and go to nano environment. So I can add it here, Control X, Y. Then I can save and I can run the same command, which is this one. Again, as you can see now, we have changed the port. So that was the issue. So just add that config, and I can say docker ps, and I can see if everything, I can see that the JIT is running, everything is up. I can see everything is up, all these are running, so perfect. So what we can do, let's try to access that on this. Let's try to access this on this domain, which is code with BISC on port 8443, which is the secure one. So what I can do, you can see, I can just say proceed with unsafe. You can see here I can start a call BISC meet. I can start a new call here, and I can say allow, and I can enter my name like BISC and say join meeting. But I'm having this issue. So this issue is because it's supposed to be an HTTPS. For your JIT to be able to work, we must make sure we are using a secure a secure URL, which is HTTPS, and we must configure this. So that's where we want to add reverse proxying. So if you continue many times, it won't work. So let me help you to solve this. And I'm doing reverse proxying using Nginx. So let's now go back to our blog, which is this one. So in our blog, we want to add that. So let me add this. Before I added, we must create this subdomain, which is meet.codewithbisq. It depends on your domain. So meet.codewithbisq.com. I must add this as a alias to my DNS management. So I'm using Contabo. So on my Contabo, I'll select my domain. And in the name here, I just say meet.codewithbisq. And I add this. I add my IP of my server and put it here, which is 194, and type A. So if you are using GoDaddy on AWS, you must add this configuration. Then you create a new record. Yeah, as you can see, this is the subdomain, which is codewithbisq.com. So after doing this, let's go back to our blog. We need to add these configurations. So let's create this. I'm using Nginx for reverse proxying. So here, let me clear my screen. And I will create a server. And this server must have these configurations. And I can paste it here. So maybe to be clear, here you put on your server, if this is the domain codewithbisq.com. So if we are in this, we are going to do this routing, this routing, which is the reverse proxying. So for location, it's going to be 8843. And then for XMPP WebSocket, we are pointing also to 8443. So after doing this, we have to save. After saving, we need to test if we don't have any errors. We need to add, let's add this to the list of sites. Yeah, that's the first thing. Let's add this, the new domain meet.codewithbisq. After adding, let's test if you don't have any error. Everything is okay. Then let's restart Nginx. So after restarting Nginx, we want to generate the SSL certificate for meet.codewithbisq. So I'm using Let's Encrypt on my server. So I can do this. I'm now generating the SSL certificate for meet.codewithbisq.com. So after doing this, now you can see we have now a new certificate. So now what I can do is just I can click this meet.codewithbisq domain. You can see here we are now using this certificate is now secure, and I can start a meeting again. Start meeting, allow, and I can enter a name, and I can click join meeting. We still have another issue again. As you can see, we are not able to join. So what's the issue right now? Let me help you to fix this one. But we are almost there. So what we can do, if you follow our blog well, everything is in the blog. So let's go to our blog. So we need to add this. We need to add this configuration in our environment variable. So in our environment variable, we need to add this public URL, so we know that it will know that we are using this is going to be a public URL. We are telling the JITs, the images of the JITs configuration to use this as a public URL. So let me clear this one, and I'll say nano.environment. So what I can do here, I just do this. I'm now using the subdomain that we created, which is meet.codewithbisq.com. And after doing that, I need to enter the host address of my server, the Docker host address. This is required for us to be able to resolve that issue. Then I will copy my IP address from here. This is the server IP address, and I will paste my IP address here. Then after doing this, I just say Ctrl X, Y to save and enter. And remember, we ran this code, which was this doc compose app. So what we can do right now, we want to put it down so that we can restart it with the new configurations that we added in the environment variables. So let's wait for it to go down. So now let's run it again. Up -d is to allow it to run in background. So we just say docker ps to see that if all processes are running, if you don't have any errors. So right now it's now sorted. So let me go back, let me reload this page again, right? And I can start a new meeting and see if we are still having issues. And I can say join meeting. As you can see now, I'm now able to join the meeting. So I can invite anyone, so that someone can join the meeting on this JIT. So you can see I'm now on call and I'm only one participant, and I can invite someone, and through email or any of this. So if you visit codewithbisq.com, you can start your own meeting and you can add others, and I'm the moderator. So after doing this now, we are now sorted. I can end this meeting now. The meeting has been terminated. So as you can see, this meeting, I have one meeting which ran for 45 seconds. So this is my domain, meet.codewithbisq.com. So with this domain, we can now add this subdomain to my. So I can stop everything, all the simulators, and I can go to our provider, which is the JIT provider. In our provider, I just uncomment this, and I'm now using my meet.codewithbisq.com, which I showed you. So let me run the application on the iPhone 14 Plus, and also, so this one will be cancelled. We can cancel this one. Yeah, as you can see, I managed to run these two simulators, and there are two different users. So this user and this user, they can start a call. So what I can do is just come here, right? And in here, I'll select this user and I'll start a video call. As you can see, this one received they are now both in one room. And you can see this one is now on call. You are the only one in this meeting, and this is the user started the call. And this one can join into this user. As you here, it's showing that it's only one person. So let me join here. Yeah, on this device, it's showing that Bisq joined the call, and there are now two people in this. So here, two users, the moderator Bisq and the Bisq, and we are now using our as we are using the subdomain that we created. And you notice something. We are no longer allowed to enter to log in with the Google or Facebook. So that's the advantages of self-hosting. And this thing, it's 100% completely free, and it's open source, and you'll be able to do some changes. So after doing this, or currently we are on mute, I can unmute here. All these users, I can unmute. And also this user, there are more functionality on Jitsi. I can raise hand. I can raise hand here. And here is saying that you would like to speak, as you can see. And you can start the chat. Just say hello. And you can see on this side, it's showing that there's a new message. This message was coming from Bisc. And I can say hi. And this, there's also, you can be able to do chats like Zoom, like Skype on the call. And this is a completely open source, and I showed you how to integrate to it. So if you are new to this channel, you may kindly subscribe and click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we upload new videos. Salut coders. Let's meet on another next video.